Dry as a bone up here, man. I'll survive. I made it to Doe Run Shelter. If that's Doe Run, it sure does look dry from here. Made it up to Buck Run, bone dry. I'm gonna have to sit down and assess the situation here. Wow, what a way to end summer with. I ain't complaining. There's those times for busting through a trail to get it done, and then there's times for just enjoying it. That's what this is for. So I'm back out in the real world again. Welcome to the old logger's path. So on this trip, we're heading counterclockwise direction from the parking lot at Masten. There's a lot of cars there, by the way. I'm thinking this is a Sunday, so probably a lot of them are finishing up their trip today. Hope it's not too crowded out here. I know it's a quite popular trail. We're heading towards the Rock Run area for the first night. I don't know if I'm gonna be camping there. I might be heading to the Doe Run shelter, but we'll see what the day brings me. I wouldn't call the old logger's path an easy trail, but it is well maintained and frequently used. There's a lot of good campsites, and it's, you know, it's right around that mile marker, like 28 or so, where you could do it in one night, you could do it in 2, you could do it in 3. So it's got its options. And I wanted a trail where I could just kind of put my head down and just not worry about getting lost or what time to get to campsite or if I'm going to find a campsite. So the hike from Masten up here to Ellentown Ridge Road, I think it's called. And it's all uphill. It's a pretty decent hill. And I think I'm at a junction now with Cherry Ridge Trail, and there's a parking area up here. Let's go check it out. Crim Road Recreational Trailhead. Just over 2 miles in now. I think I've counted at least 6 groups of hikers heading the opposite direction. I purposely didn't want to do this on the weekend. I know it's a pretty popular trail, popular weekender. But you can't blame them for being out here. It's beautiful, beautiful weekend, nice trail. Just been cruising along on this too, cruising. I'm at least holding 2 mile-an-hour pace. So I just took a nice break there, and I realized that Rock Run is only a couple miles down the trail here. And I was wondering if I was going to be camping there. If I do, that's going to be a pretty early campsite. And if I push on the Doe Run, which there's a shelter built there, I never really checked that area out as I'm camping there. That'll put another 2 miles onto it, or 4. Basically, that's 6 miles away from where I'm standing right now, Doe Run Shelter. So, I mean, that should put me there. Probably about 6:30 still. That's early. Or I could stop up here at Rock Run, make a day of it. See what kind of mood I'm in 2 hours. Enjoying the hike so far. So many hikers coming out. Did I mention that yet? Hopefully there's nobody down here. But if there is, hey, it's cool. So I'm at the bottom here, just starting to get alongside Rock Run, and I'm off the trail. Little ways, the old logger's path trail is up there. I can see an orange blaze. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there. But right down here is a nice camp. Just up from Rock Run. You can hear it, but it's not too loud. Looks like some nice places to hang a hammock, which I brought. Nice places to sit. After eating a little bit of a snack, having some water, I decided to press on. Even if I shoot for another 4 miles and take my time, it's gonna put me at camp still early. Plus there's other camps I'm gonna pass along the way. Maybe I'll stop. I'm kind of having this battle in my head between taking it easy and taking it too easy. I found another campsite that caught my eye. There's a little trail going off through a logger's path. I wanted to check it out and look at the setup here. The rocks, fire pit, small waterfall off over there, overlooking Rock Run. I've been just standing here debating for I don't know how long. Should I stay here? Counting my miles. I should just do what I want, is what I should do. I kind of just want to walk. I kind of want to relax. Places I could put a hammock here. Might be able to squeeze a tent right here. A little bumpy, but you can get a sleeping pad somewhere in there in a decent spot. I've been lollygagging down here way more than the video shows, so I got to get out of here. 2 liters of water ready. Let's keep going. Now at the top of Yellow Dog Run here, I just got up the top of the hill. There is water here flowing slowly. Decent campsite, nice and quiet. Thought about staying here too, but I don't know why I just keep wanting to keep hiking. Just want to keep moving for some reason. Maybe another hour, right? Just another hour. Well, that campsite was just hop, skip, and a jump away from the road here, so I don't know. I don't like the sound of road at night. We came to a side trail here that I think is going to lead to a little vista. Let's go check it out. Be some good trees for hammock right here. There to there. Getting a little cloudy out, isn't it? Well, I made it to Doe Run Shelter. And if that's Doe Run, it sure does look dry from here. Let's go check it out. Nice shelter, nice area. But my gosh, I thought there'd be some water. I'll read that logbook. Maybe it'll give me some clues. That logbook is full. Last entry was maybe 2 weeks ago. Well, I'm gonna keep the adventure going for the day and continue on. I would like to find some water. I have like 1.5 liters of water. That's not enough to make me happy. According to my guide I'm using, in about 1.5 miles, I'm gonna come along a stream called Buck Run, which he claims usually always has running water. So I'm gonna take a chance, keep walking. But we'll see if some water pops up here as I walk up. This is a nice little campsite here. What? Man, really thought I'd be running. Shows how much I know. Let's go. Made it up to Buck Run, bone dry. I'm gonna have to sit down and assess the situation here. I was gonna stay at that camp right there. Feed off this water here. I'm gonna sit down and check out the map and see what I got ahead of me here. Well, water or no water, I decided I'm gonna hunker down here at Buck Run for the night. I will go on a search further upstream to see if any water might be moving underneath the rocks or further up. But I have enough food on me to do a no-cook dinner, so I don't need any water. Just do some wraps and some bars and snacks. Save water that way. And that'll give me just over a liter of water till tomorrow, so I can go find some more. And I think I'm gonna tuck myself down in this little campsite here, off the trail a little bit, rather than that bigger one up there. The bigger one has some places to sit though. Well, I have a hammock I'm gonna sit in, so what am I talking about? Let's get set up. With my last 8 ounces of filtered water here, I'm gonna try this Dandy Blend. Instant herbal beverage with dandelion. Something I picked up for fun the other day at the store. I don't know, just something different. Tastes like mud. Kind of like mud with tea. I guess I say it's not bad. Pretty good day of hiking. Pretty good day. I'm glad I went on. I basically doubled the miles I was originally going to stop at. I just did twice as much. I think it was about 12 miles in. So I got that set up. Got the tarp ready to go. I'll pull that out later. I'm gonna go ahead and make a wrap. That would be Buck Run running right in front of me there. Not much of a view where I am. Not a whole lot of sky. But I got quite a few more miles in than I thought I would. I'm not complaining. I feel better after a meal. I had 2 of those wraps and a Bob's bar, the peanut butter and jelly kind. Handful of chili cheese Fritos. Now I'm just sitting back. I don't even think I'm gonna do a fire. Just watch it all get dark around me. Dry as a bone up here, man. I'll survive. Slept with no tarp last night, just under the stars. That was nice. If you do hammock camping and you ever have a chance to go no tarp, do it. It's a different experience. It just feels more free. Slept good last night though, man. It didn't get very cold. Yesterday's high was 79, and last night's low went down to 62. Quiet night. Probably about 9 hours of sleep I think I got. Here I'm coming up on Crandall Town Trail. And now that trail goes off to the old loggers path somewhere else on the trail. I'll have to see where. Let me check. Yeah, that trail will actually cut off about a mile of the trail. I don't know how long that trail is. It doesn't say. I didn't really look at the map. I could have looked at the map. But if I take that, I'm gonna miss a vista or two coming up around this Sullivan Mountain here area. So I got a whole day ahead of me and not that many miles. So, you know, No cutoffs for me on this trip. Nice views up here. Nice campsite behind us too. I thought it's going to be a dry campsite as well, but if you want to get water up to here, that'd be awesome. Just been enjoying this view and having one of these slammers. I'm almost out of water. I got probably like an ounce or two left. That's a #1 priority for me right now. Okay, so coming down here, here's the other end of that Crandale Trail. It would cut off all that hill I just did, the ups and downs, and those vistas I saw. But I think it would make it shorter. It could be used as a cutoff. Save some time, about a mile. It takes about a mile off the trail. I think I found water. Took me about 2.5 hours, but I found some. This is Long Run we're coming up on now. I think I'm gonna enjoy myself a nice long break. I'm extra hungry on this break, and as I take my break, I'm gonna go and have my meal that I didn't have last night because I'm low on energy and I just wanna sit back and relax and have a nice meal. I don't have a lot of miles planned today, so I'm gonna be here for a little bit longer. Beautiful time for a break too. This is Long Run. I'm gonna cross this at least one more time on my way to Pleasant Stream. So this is the guide I'm using for this trail, by Dave Gantz. I'd say it might be getting a little dated. It doesn't have the shelters marked in here. Other than that, I mean, it's right on. And it comes with a map with the elevation. We're right about here somewhere. Coming up on Pleasant Stream, and then we get a nice climb up the Sharp Top Vista afterwards. It's been a nice break here. I'm gonna give myself a couple more minutes to digest this 2 servings of mashed potatoes, and then I'm gonna hit the trail again. Here we are at Pleasant Stream. It is quite pleasant here in the sun. Cool breeze coming up over the hill. I met a couple hikers that were heading out the opposite direction of me. They informed me that this is the last stop for water until I get back to the car. I was kind of wondering if that was going to be the case. So I filled up and I got myself over 4 liters of water here. I'm gonna be carrying that the rest of the way out, and it'll help me through camp tonight. Okay, I think I have about 9 pounds of water on me. Let's go try to find a nice dry campsite. Only got all day left. Not really. It's like almost 3 o'clock now. So, like I was chatting with those other hikers, they're just enjoying a good time too. They're just taking their time. It's that time, man. There's those times for busting through a trail to get it done because you have to pound the miles. And then there's times for just enjoying it. That's what this is for. Water's heavy. Well, I'm just about finishing up the climb out of Pleasant Stream. It wasn't extremely steep, but it was 1.5 miles up. With all that water on me, glad to be at the top. And we've made it to Sharp Top Vista. And the view looks great. Well, I got some time to myself there. Car full of people just pulled up. Looks like a family. Let them have the spot. I was just wrapping it up there too. I was taking that one last shot and that airplane was going over, and I was like, well, I'm gonna redo this shot because of that plane. But and then they came up, so I said, I'm done. Have a nice day. Now, since Pleasant Stream, that's been the only water I see there. That water is moving and it could be used. You have to probably dig out a little hole for it or scoop it. Okay, got that register signed. Now we're coming up to Cascade Road and we're gonna eventually start climbing up the Sprout Point Vista. Okay, we made it to the top here by Sprout Point Vista. The old logger's path is going to continue that way, but the vista in our home for the night is going to be 1/10 of a mile this way on these yellow blazes. There's a shelter. My shoulders just keep like rising up from having that heavy pack on up all those hills. Well, it's a heavy one. Looks deserted. Looks like I got this to myself. Ha. Woohoo. Gear explosion. And I got my hammock set up right here. tarp is ready to deploy. I'll do that in a little bit. Looks like it's going to be pretty clear for a while, if not all night. So I'm going to go enjoy the vista and some dinner. 3 liters of water. My saw from Lowe's works pretty well out here. I'm glad I brought it. I have this just laying on the ground here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it up and maybe have a fire by the vista. This Sprout Point Vista is facing south. It'd be a great view for the Perseid meteor shower that occurs in August. I was kind of hoping for it, but it looks like it's pretty cloudy out. I don't know if it's going to break up tonight or not, but that'd be kind of fun to plan it out. Watch them from right here. This is a great campsite. And when you walk out here to this rock, right down there is what we hiked up. And we came up here all the way around. We came up that last maybe half a mile or a little more of the trail, but Old Loggers Path is right down there. And the sun just set right over there. Wow, what a way to end summer with. A full day in the woods, full belly at night, and I get to hang out here for the night. I ain't complaining. Except maybe about that plant down there. It is making a constant hum. I don't know what that is. If it's a gas well thing, but hey. Got some kind of wetlands over in there. So I slept with no tarp again last night. It was about 3 a.m. and it started sprinkling a little bit. I sat at the edge of my hammock and I was thinking, should I put the tarp up? It was already up, I just had to bring it down. And maybe it was being way too tired and it wasn't that bad. I didn't even hear the water hitting me, I could just hear it hitting the trees above me. So I just went with it and I said, if it's gonna get worse, I'll do it. And I just slowly just faded away and everything was dry when I woke up. So I'm glad I didn't put it up. I really like looking up and just seeing the sky. I really enjoy that. Well, I'm gonna wrap this Sprout Point Vista camp up. Got some wood for the next people that want to enjoy this view. My bag's just about packed up there at the shelter, so let's get moving to the car. Just under 5 miles to the car. We have 2 small climbs. The first of which is in about a half a mile. Could be a nice early day, get home early, and I have a whole day at home. That's a different change for me. Usually I'm busting my butt to get out before the sun goes down, and usually doesn't work. Get home about 10 o'clock or something. Not today. Some DCNR workers are right here weed whacking this area, so I got to thank them for keeping the trail so nice. It was just funny, they just pulled up, and pulled away. Yeah, this trail is really, really well maintained, well marked, frequently used, obvious. Tons of campsites. You're not gonna have trouble finding a campsite here. Biggest problem is picking one. Sometimes there's too many. It's like, well, let's see what the next one looks like. Coming up on my last stretch of the trail now. So if you're planning on doing this trail in the summer, and you're watching this video right now, I want to remind you, keep an eye on the precipitation of the year, because it's been a very dry summer. And I can say, after doing this whole trail, the only reliable sources of water is Rock Run, Long Run, and Pleasant Stream. You're gonna find some puddles here and there, but so keep it, keep that in mind. If you plan on doing this in the middle of summer, especially if it's dry out, so plan accordingly. You're not gonna have a problem with campsites. You'll find your camps. And the trail is marked very well. You can tell this trail is used a lot. I've probably 350 miles on these Ultra Superiors, and I'm just starting to get a rip right there on my last trail I did. I thought I could get another one out of it. I might even get another one. Ugh, can't talk. Pretty happy with these shoes. Probably get another pair of these whenever I go get a new pair. I like the low padding on my feet. It really works for me rather than having more padding. No foot problems at all. All half of last season and this season that I've had these. Well, thanks for coming along with me on this trip. I had a great time. 2 awesome nights of sleep. Good weather and a great trail. We'll see where my next adventure takes me.